Alright, round 2, we got a one-lander, so I got to mulligan that. This one I'll keep, though. This one's actually really good. Got all 3 colors, at least. Obviously need some more lands, but having the debilitating injury does help. We will need some lands. If we can resolve that revelation, though, I'd say we're in pretty good shape. Ooh, alright, that was a really solid draw. It's going to help. So we get to kill his first morph, which is pretty nice. We get to kill his bear, which is nice. Wind Scout's not bad, but I think we just want to injure. I don't want to give him a chance to, like, kill my guy and get in for a bunch of damage, so let's just take care of that threat now. I can always play the Wind Scout next turn if I have to. Otherwise, I'd kind of like to play the Revelation to find more lands. Yeah, no follow-up plays. That's beautiful. Land. Beautiful. Give me this Revelation. Let's find, so we can just keep our land drops coming. So I think I'd take Ascendancy Land. I don't need the flock, I don't think. And I want to keep my land drops going, so I don't mind doing that. So now I can drop Scavenger for 2. As well as the Wind Scout next turn. Yeah, that's pretty good. I probably do that. That's a pretty big board shift. Alright, he's got his own, but that's not a huge deal. Did find another land. So another option would be Scavenger plus Ascendancy instead of the Wind Scout. That's not bad, actually. If I do the Wind Scout, I can set up with an Ascendancy next turn, though. I guess I already have enough fuel. I don't really need the Ascendancy yet. So I might as well use it to turn on the Prowess. So I think I just go land. The problem with playing the untapped land is I don't get to do the Aerialist the follow-up turn unless I draw another untapped land. I can cruise for 4, but doesn't seem... No, I think we just do our original plan. Let's just do Scavenger plus Wind Scout. Kind of eating up all our delve, but I don't think that's an issue. So if we draw a land untapped next turn, we can do the Aerialist. If we don't, we get to do Ascendancy. Either way, we get to swing into a Scavenger fairly easily. I don't mind trading either, since we've got the better late game plan as mentioned. Rush of Battle. All right, it's just trying to get the lifelink. I don't mind that. I'll take 5 here. I mean, we get to crack back and anyway, I can't imagine he follows up with anything I'm too concerned about. Wow, okay. Yeah, that works. I don't think he's got a follow-up play after that. That'd be surprising. And a Kin Tree Warden? Really? Wow, okay. I don't mind that, actually. That's fine. Land? Murder's Cut. Beautiful. All right, well, definitely playing the backwater. I think I actually just bash Wind Scout. Oh, no. I forgot to play the Ascendancy to get the bonus. Well, it's awkward, but whatever. Oop, not that one. Still going to do it, even though I screwed it up. Stick to the plan. Don't change plan because you screwed up. I think that's a classic Magic mistake. Once you've made the error, just own it. Own it. Alright, so now I can trade my Scavenger up. Next turn, get the Aerialist if I have to. I just don't want to race right now since I'm at 14. Bloodsucker's definitely not a big deal. He has Awaken the Bear mana up, but I'm not going to do anything about it. Alright. Not a big deal, since we've got Riverwheel Aerialist now. Let's look at the top two. Crippling Chill and Thornwood Falls. Alright, let's put the Thornwood Falls in the graveyard. We'll keep the Crippling Chill. Draw the Crippling Chill. And I think we'll just swing for 2, because I don't really want to block anything next turn with the Wind Scout. So we'll get in with the Wind Scout. Drop the Aerialist and pass. He's got 1 card left in his hand. All right. Can't even regen it unless he plays another black source. That's kind of what I thought. Let's take a look here. Soothsayer, nice. All right, let's dump this swamp. Soothsayer on top. Draw Soothsayer. I have 6 resources, so I'll be able to do the Murderous Cut. Let's just play the Soothsayer. Leave up the black source for the Murderous Cut. A bunch of lands, and then a Grizzly, so I guess I'll take the Grizzly. Although it's not that great here, but I'm not really excited by a land either. So we'll take the spell, get rid of some lands. Murderous Cut, Scavenger, now, see if it resolves. Get some prowess. He can sack it to the Bloodsucker. We'll lose 2 life. He'll gain 2 life. But he can't regen, so no biggie there. He didn't even remember to do it. So that's a nice little perk for us. We get in for 8, which is pretty big swing. Raider spoils, definitely not a huge deal. Still can't really comfortably attack from what I see. If he attacks with both, I easily block Bloodsucker, yeah. All right, Ascendancy again. Soothsayer again. All right, well, Swamp's gone. Take another Soothsayer. Draw. Let's uh, let's just Treasure Cruise and cost us what? 4 mana. So I'd be left with 2 left. I'd draw 3 cards. Yeah, that's actually fine. Get some prowess. There's our Villainous Wealth. Play a land. Um, let's drop the Loxodon for next turn, in case I need it. I guess I can do that post-combat. Could also just leave up Crippling Chill, but I guess I'll play a dude. Villainous Wealth only hits him for 4 currently. We're down to 11 cards left in our deck, which means we've exiled quite a few. Chief of the Edge, no big deal. He swings both. I easily block Bloodsucker, yeah. Yeah, get rid of the Swamp. Leave Charm on top, draw Charm. I need to play 1 spell to have lethal, so I guess we'll just Crippling Chill the Warden. Get some prowess. Alright. So, another Abzan deck. I see Raider Spoils, Rush of Battle, so he seems like he's pretty aggressive, although he didn't get an aggressive start this game. I'm still going to just have to assume he's got an aggressive deck. So, I may not want to do the Wind Scouts. I could do like, especially if he's running Malting Snakeskin, Force Away is going to be infinitely better. Actually, Force Away is very good against the Rush of Battle as well. Throws off that turn he wants. Flock actually does seem good in this match. Grizzly seems fine. I could do a Parapet over a Wind Scout. Like I said, our late game plan is so prime. There's really no reason to risk running 3 mana, 1 toughness creatures in an aggro match. There really isn't. I'm going to take the Parapet. I'm going to cut a Wind Scout, I think. And probably Villainous Wealth is such a good late game plan. Is there anything else that can protect me early better? I don't think so. I could try an Archer over a Wind Scout too, but he's still kind of slow. That's the problem. So if he's slow, then it's kind of purposeless. I'd rather just do a Wind Scout, but the Parapet is probably fine with 6 sources of green. Probably. It's not 100%, but the 0/5, I'd rather just have a thing that blocks all day. I kind of want another Force Away. Just trying to think of a way to do that. Nothing's readily coming to mind. Could do it over the Crippling Chill, but Chill's just too good in this deck. Alright, let's try this again. Great hand. We get to go Elder Ascendancy or Crippling Chill. Very good. We likely get a loot. Even if he plays a Kin Tree Warden, we likely get a loot. He has to leave up the mana to regen, so no issues there. Parapet. Well, that's kind of funny because it does not seem to be fitting the rest of his deck. But I guess it will hold back our Elder, but our Elder is kind of holding back his Kin Tree Warden at the same time, so kind of all comes together. So he's going to get to Parapet us, but I think that's all right. Let's just get an Ascendancy here. Start finding some non-land cards. Fill in our graveyard, potentially. Crippling Chill for protection. I'm hoping that we're safe with a 19-turn clock where our opponent has to pay 2 each time he wants to do it. I would say we're fairly safe. We don't have any life gain in here, though, do we? I'm trying to think. I don't think we do. In fact, the only thing we have is Bitter Revelation, which is life loss. So I guess there is that concern, but it's all right. If he attacks with Warden, I still think I block. Jeskai Elder's not doing anything else this match anyway. All right. Ascendancy here. What do we got? Injury and Bitter Revelation, both of which are pretty solid. I don't think I want to put either in my yard, so we'll leave them. Do I want to Revelation first? Probably do. Could injure his Heir of the Wilds now. And then next turn Revelation. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Do I need a Revelation right away? I kind of want to stop the Heir of the Wilds now. All right, let's just do the Revelation then. Or injury, rather, excuse me. So we'll take out this dude. He does have Feat of Resistance. That's all right. We'll let him do it. Turned out to not have it, so that's nice. And next turn we can bitterly Revelate if we have to. I mean, I probably could have dumped the Bitter Revelation, I guess, but it seems fine. Kieran's not a huge deal. And he doesn't get to use Parapet, which is nice. He does have Feat of Resistance in his deck, so I'm a little tempted to use Crippling Chill on my turn. But let's just see what's on top here. Soothsayer and Revelation. Well, I like the Soothsayer quite a bit, so I'm kind of tempted to dump the Revelation just because I've got the Ascendancy. I don't want to lose life, so I'm going to dump the Revelation this time. Probably should have just done that last turn. I'm going to keep the Soothsayer, though, and drop the Soothsayer, of course. The next turn I get a Aerialist, but the nice thing about this Soothsayer is I get a free card and I get to fill my yard. So we could take a second Soothsayer. We could also take the Treasure Cruise. I guess the Treasure Cruise is going to be pretty nice. Um, 3 cards is better than 1 and filling my yard in a 2/5, probably. Yeah, on this board state it is. So let's just take the treasure cruise and we'll dump the rest. And we pass. Next turn I get an aerialist. Alright, Archer's no big deal. It does stop our aerialist, but not really since we can prowess it up. Let's see what we got on top here. Murderous Cut. It's definitely going to get there, so let's dump the forest. Leave the cut on top. Draw a Murderous Cut. Play land. Play aerialist. Pass. Alright, still no big deal. I would say we're in pretty good shape here. Beautiful. Alright, Ascendancy doing its work. Wind Scout and Backwater. Alright, well, I don't mind having a Wind Scout. Although it's not great here, but it's still fine. So we'll dump that. Yeah, we'll take the Wind Scout. I'm okay with that. I don't see why not. It's a spell. So we can bash Aerialist, play Wind Scout. He does have his Feat of Resistance mana up, as well as 1 mana. Well, we've got the we've got the Villainous Wealth, so I can chill. Like I said, I'm the one with the great late game plan. So why don't I play the Wind Scout? I kind of want a Treasure Cruise. Why don't we do that first? But I have to know how much I can do it for. Let's see. And then I pay 5. Get some prowess going. So, and then follow up with a Scavenger is pretty good. So let's just let's play untapped land. Let's swing Aerialist. I want to see what he does. I didn't have to swing here, but 5 seems like quite a bit. Because the fact that I can play another instant means even if he double blocks, which he didn't. So that tells me he doesn't have the Feat of Resistance as his last card. But now we can do Scavenger for this. I'm probably playing this riskier than I have to be honest. Because I didn't have to attack there. But, because if he'd had Feat of Resistance, it would have been a bit of an issue. Because he could have just double blocked. It would have forced me to do something. And then if he had Feat of Resistance, he still would have killed my guy. Alright, Krumar doesn't do anything. Alright. Grizzly and Loxodon. Alright, let's dump that. Does Loxodon do anything? Yeah, it's probably good enough to keep at least. I don't see why not. Alright, so let's play land. Let's Crippling Chill the Archer for the prowess. Force away, very nice. Alright. Well, let's bash in for 8. I am letting him trade with a scavenger here, but I think that's alright. Alright. So now we can drop Wind Scout more comfortably and get in with the next turn. We could do the Loxodon too, but he's got some blockers, so I'll just do the Wind Scout. I'd rather just fly over, get some damage in. I can do an additional 4 points of damage with my 2 spells next turn, so that means I can do 10. So I'm actually 1 short of lethal currently. And Villainous Wealth at this point is just pretty insane. 5. So I can kill that with Murderous Cut right now, but I'm going to do it on my turn. I actually think I probably just bounce it. Let's dump these, neither of which are very good. Draw a card. Shambling Attendance is very good. Alright, we'll force away Scavenger. We'll get our draw discard bonus. Get some prowess going. If I can play one more spell, we just win. Guess we don't need a parapet. 9 cards left in my deck. I've just drained everything. Get in for a bunch. Drop the attendance at this point, probably. Could do the Loxodon too, but actually I can't do the Loxodon, so unless I morph it, which I don't want to do. So let's get down to 3/5 Death Touch and pass. He's got a Rush of Battle at this point, and we have 3 blockers. So we know he's got a Scavenger in his hand. So there's only one card that we don't know about. And it's certainly not Feat of Resistance because he can't even do it. So he's got the 2 blockers for our flyers, but with the Murderous Cut, he's just dead. Kill this. All right. Got round two. Pretty nice. I mean, I feel like that game was us the entire time. He just did not apply enough pressure. We had the right blockers. Couldn't deal with our big flyer. That worked out nicely for us. I still am not on board really with Wind Scout in Sultai for the most part. I think we've just been basically we've been lucky that we haven't played against an aggressive deck that's been able to execute its plan efficiently. If we'd played against a deck like this deck probably could reasonably go 1-2-3 drop. We saw, he's got the 1-2-3 drops. He just didn't do it this game. And he's playing like questionable cards in his deck like Archer's Parapet, which is a fine card because we're playing it too, but just not when you're like clearly not when you're a Raider Spoils deck. It just doesn't make sense. So I think we were lucky that neither of these decks really had super aggressive starts. That's going to be our main shortcoming because we just don't have a good early game plan. Wind Scout on turn 3 when you're being defensive is just not good. So we'll see how what we're playing against in round 3 here.